Welcome to the CISO Daily Update.
OpenAI's GPT-4 can exploit real vulnerabilities by reading security advisories. Research into OpenAI's GPT-4 reveals its ability to exploit real vulnerabilities by reading security advisories. In a research study, an AI agent autonomously found and exploited vulnerabilities with a success rate of 87% on known vulnerabilities and 82% on those occurring after the AI agent's training was cut off. The capabilities of this agent were successful at identifying certain vulnerabilities that open-source tools were unable to find. Looking ahead to GPT-5, AI agents will likely have capabilities on par with what script kiddies can accomplish today. While denying the AI agent access to CVE descriptions drastically reduced its success rate, the study suggests that limiting the public availability of security information is not a viable defense strategy. HHS scrambles to patch security hole after $7.5 million cyberattack. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services grappled with a cybersecurity breach in 2023 that resulted in the theft of $7.5 million. Hackers utilized sam.gov data to impersonate legitimate employees and alter banking details for illicit fund transfers from grantee organizations. Although its HHS login was reportedly not impacted by the breach, HHS replaced its HHS login in its payment management system with ID.me. Moving to ID.me provides additional security authentication controls with identity proofing. Cherry Health hit by ransomware attack. Cherry Health, a US-based healthcare provider, disclosed a ransomware attack compromising the data of 185,000 individuals. The incident was discovered after a network disruption on December 21, 2023, leading to unauthorized access to sensitive patient information. Names, addresses, medical details, and financial data were among the compromised information. The healthcare provider advises affected individuals to monitor for potential identity theft and fraud. Patients sue Ernest Health after data breach of 94,747 exposed. Ernest Health, a US-based healthcare system, faces lawsuits after a cyber attack compromised the data of around 94,747 patients. The breach involved unauthorized network access from January 16 to February 4, 2024, and was claimed by the Lockbit ransomware group. Patient information, including names, social security numbers, addresses, and medical records, was exposed. In response, plaintiffs initiated a class action lawsuit alleging negligence in data protection, delayed notification, and violations of state and federal laws. Hackers exploit Fortinet Flaw, deploy ScreenConnect, Metasploit in new campaign. A new campaign exploiting a recently disclosed vulnerability in Fortinet 40 client EMS devices has emerged, leveraging CVE 2023-48788 to deliver ScreenConnect and Metasploit PowerFund payloads. Dubbed Connect Fun by cybersecurity firm Forescout, the intrusion targeted a media company shortly after the release of a proof-of-concept exploit. Despite failed attempts to download ScreenConnect initially, the attackers successfully executed PowerShell code to deploy Metasploit's PowerFund script. The campaign shows evidence of manual involvement and emphasizes the importance of patching vulnerable systems and implementing robust monitoring. Critical Atlassian flaw exploited to deploy Linux variant of Cerber ransomware. Threat actors actively exploit an unpatched critical vulnerability, CVE 2023-22518, with CVSS 9.1 in Atlassian Confluence Data Center and Server to deploy a Linux variant of the Cerber ransomware. The attacks involve creating an admin account on affected systems and installing a web shell to execute arbitrary commands and download the Cerber payload. While the ransomware's encryption is limited due to its execution as a low-privilege user, the ease of exploitation via the Confluence flaw makes this a significant threat. Ivanti patches 2 critical Avalanche flaws in major update. Ivanti released a significant update for its Avalanche mobile device management product, addressing 27 vulnerabilities, including 2 critical flaws capable of remote code execution. Remote unauthenticated attackers could exploit the vulnerabilities CVE 2024-24996 and CVE 2024-29204 to execute arbitrary commands. While Ivanti has not observed active exploitation, the update addresses security hardening and vulnerabilities ranging from path traversal to out-of-bounds read flaws. This update follows Ivanti's patching of 13 critical vulnerabilities in Avalanche in December 2023, and the company has been a target for state-sponsored threat actors in recent years. Researchers released exploit code for actively exploited Palo Alto PAN-OS bug. Researchers at Watchtower Labs released exploit code for the actively exploited vulnerability CVE 2024-3400 in Palo Alto Networks PAN-OS. This critical command injection flaw allows attackers to execute arbitrary code with root privileges on affected firewalls, impacting PAN-OS 10.2, PAN-OS 11.0, and PAN-OS 11.1. Palo Alto Networks and Unit 42 are investigating the exploitation observed since March 26, 2024. The exploit involves creating a cron job to access commands hosted on an external server and executing them via bash, possibly deploying a Python-based backdoor. US CISO added CVE 2024-3400 to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog, urging federal agencies to address it by April 19th. Chrome 124, Firefox 125 patch high-severity vulnerabilities. Chrome 124 and Firefox 125 were released with patches for over 35 vulnerabilities, including a dozen high-severity bugs. Chrome's update includes fixes for 22 issues, with 3 high-severity flaws like object corruption and use after free defects. Mozilla's Firefox update addresses 15 vulnerabilities, including 9 high-severity bugs affecting components like JIT and garbage collection, with the potential for arbitrary code execution. Additionally, Mozilla released Firefox ESR 115.10, resolving 9 of the vulnerabilities fixed in Firefox 125. Oracle patches 230 vulnerabilities with April 2024 CPU. Oracle released its April 2024 critical patch update, comprising 441 new security patches to address 230 vulnerabilities. Over 200 flaws can be exploited remotely by unauthenticated attackers. Oracle Communications received the most patches, followed by Fusion middleware and financial services applications. Patches were also issued for various products, including MySQL, Java SE, and PeopleSoft. Customers are strongly advised to apply the patches promptly to mitigate potential risks. Additionally, Oracle released security patches for third-party components in Solaris, Oracle Linux, and Oracle VM Server for x86. Various botnets pummel year-old TP-Link flaw in IoT attacks. A year-old vulnerability CVE 2023-1389 in TP-Link Archer AX21 Wi-Fi routers is actively exploited by various botnets. The flaw allows unauthenticated command injection through the router's web management interface, enabling attackers to compromise the devices for DDoS attacks and other malicious activities. Despite a patch being available, many unpatched devices remain vulnerable, and researchers have observed significant traffic spikes as these botnets target the flaw. To mitigate the threat, users are urged to promptly apply the available patch and stay vigilant against relentless IoT botnet attacks that seek to leverage unpatched device vulnerabilities. How boards can prepare for quantum computers. To prepare for the future arrival of quantum computers, businesses must identify vulnerabilities in their systems and data that could be exploited by such powerful technology. Setting a target of migrating vulnerable systems to quantum computers with over 1 million qubits is a prudent first step. Despite the predicted decade-long timescale for this threat to take shape, enterprises must anticipate the disruptive impact quantum computing will have on traditional cybersecurity and data. Boards should actively work with experts to ensure strategic defenses and that future infrastructure investments contain quantum-resistant capabilities.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter at CISOheadlines.com. Until next time, stay curious.